Ma'am, can you say your name, please, for the record?
Sure. Suzanne Virgilio,
And where do you live?
476 North New Street,
There's a corner of North Newland
corner of
Market
Newland
Street.
Market, catty corner to the property in question.
And who do you live there with?
My husband, we raised 3 sons there, and a whole lot of other people over the 32 years. So
My next question was, when did you move into the property?
we moved in, we purchased the building in 1987, and our objective in purchasing the property was to run a bed and breakfast at that location. We did so specifically at this location because it was a great business location. If we were looking to buy a home to raise our children in, we would not have chosen this location, but it was ideal for business.
And you indicated that you had operated bed and breakfast there.
That's correct.
What's the name of the bed and breakfast?
The Bethlehem Inn. We
And how long-
purchased the property in '87. We had to convince the city, go through the ordinances and so on, to allow us to, it was originally a dentist office and 2 apartments, so to change the use to bed and breakfast. That took 2 years, so we opened in 1989 and have been doing so since then.
And how would you characterize the nature of the neighborhood where you live?
Well, obviously we're within the historic district, but within the historic district there's many different personalities. And I think that's what makes it very appealing to be in the downtown area. You can live on a residential street, but you also can live in a more commercial area, which is how I characterize the neighborhood, the corner of Newland Market. It's a very commercial area. It has a 4-way traffic light. It has double yellow lines which indicate heavily trafficked area. We have, up until this year, had a Atlanta bus stop directly in front of our home. I don't think residential neighborhoods necessarily have that. I petitioned Atlanta to change the stop location only because we were having a lot of people from the soup kitchen sit on our front steps, which made it awkward when our own customers would arrive. So fortunately, Atlanta took that into consideration and changed the location. We have a school directly across the street with drop-off and pickups, buses, school buses, parents, etc. So while maybe some areas in the historic district pose more of a residential feel, certainly that's not the case in the corner of Newland Market.
And if we look at the stretch of Market Street from Main Street, say, up to North New, are there parking meters along that street right there, that stretch of the street?
Absolutely.
Now, how about if we go from if we go from that intersection where you live down North New to City Hall? Are there parking meters along that stretch of New Street?
Yes, there are.
How about going north on New Street from the intersection where you live? Are there parking meters
Yes.
along that street?
Yes.
You mentioned the school, Moravian Academy, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Can you testify about any other office or commercial uses in the area?
Well, like I said, we've been living there since 1987, and in that time period, we have directly next to us have an office building heading east on Market. There's a law office next to that, east on Market. Across the street, Moravian Academy. If you go west on Market, there are several law offices. I know apartments, I guess, are considered residential, but in many cases there's many apartments as well which are not owner-occupied. Let's see, there's a financial consulting business on Market Street heading west, 2 doors down from 2 West Market. There are a large number of businesses and offices that occupy the immediate neighborhood of Newland Market.
Any law offices further up on New Street? They're not the best one.
Of course, yes. And Clem's office that was there, it used to be the Bethlehem Club. And that's also a business as well. And then of course, there's Verizon and then building they're going to tear down to put the wine bar in. You want to keep going down New Street. So there's a lot of...
So the law office I was referring to is my law office, correct?
Yes, your law office is there.
Now, Mrs. Virgilio, have you noticed any, say, increase in traffic since 2 West Market has been used, at least in part, for a financial services office?
Absolutely not.
Have you observed any negative effects in the neighborhood caused by the use of 2 West Market as at single-family residence there as an office use?
Absolutely not. Quite the contrary. I think the improvements made to that property have definitely upped the bar in the neighborhood. Our own personal property value has increased since that property has been renovated. And on New Street, 2 houses on New Street from us sold for very, very high amounts and sold quickly. On Market Street, 2 doors down from us, another property sold very quickly. And I think that has a great deal to do with what has been done to 2 West Market. It's improved the neighborhood, it's improved property value, it's been a great improvement overall. And
Mrs. Virgilio, have you, there's been some testimony in this proceeding about creeping commercialization in the area around where you live. Have you noticed any creeping commercialization in the last, say, 5 years?
I can go back even further since we've lived there. As far as commercialism in my immediate 4-corner area, I can't think of anything that's become commercial.